Hello everyone, welcome to month 2 of Louisiana 1 year challenge. So first things first, obviously we gotta get right to work. But you might notice we have a little bit more money than last time. Oh man, I'm thinking it's well over $1 million. Well, it's not quite $1 million, it's 900,000 more than last time. That is a huge loan that we have. It is nothing else than a huge loan. So I took up, obviously, $900,000 loan to buy 2 different cotton fields, which in total end up being just over $1 million. This would leave us with about like 100 and some thousand left. I'm hoping that's enough to buy, well, not buy, but probably rent cotton harvesters and rent a planter and likely a bigger tractor. I think that might be kind of where we're heading, at least a bigger tractor. So I think we'll just go ahead and get these bought now. So we'll buy this cotton field and then this one here. So we're down to 97 grand, which honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if there's enough money for 2 cotton harvesters, so I might end up having to take a larger loan. I was trying to take as little as I could, but sometimes you don't have much of an option. We'll probably go with these. They're smaller bales, I believe. Yeah. But the rental should be a decent amount cheaper. I don't know why this is so dark. Be 19 base versus 20, basically 25. But then per hour would be less, and per day should be quite a bit less too. Then I'll lease 2 exactly like that, so we'll have 2 now. I mean, 38, basically $38,500 in leasing costs right there. And we're easily going to be well over a day, I would imagine. Especially in that field, well over a full month of working time. Multiple hours, I'm guessing. So it's not going to be cheap. Which is, it's unfortunate, obviously. I mean, I was hoping it'd be cheap, but I don't got much of an option. It kind of is what it is. Alright, this one, it's field 15, so I think I can drive up. I think I'll have one at field 15 and another at 11. I'm hoping that way they both kind of work a decent amount into their fields. I'm assuming at least the field 11 one will have to keep going, though. I was hoping I could get a cut across in here, but I guess not. Yeah, I did look into the rope factory a little bit. It does not appear to be super great for cotton, or even wool for that matter. So I don't think we'll be doing that. So I'll either be leasing, I think I have the lease production mod on. I'll either be leasing the fabric factory as well as the clothing factory, or I'll have to buy them and place them. Really doesn't matter either way. I mean, I'd prefer to release it because it would be quite a bit cheaper, even with like what you figure in selling it at the end, it would probably be way cheaper. So you'd have quite a bit of a cut from your just it going down in value. Please tell me there's a way into this field from the road. I don't want to have to go through the water too badly. This side isn't too bad, but this side it looks pretty deep. I'm not seeing a path. I'm assuming there should already be automatic drop and everything on. I shouldn't have to worry about that. It's a worker, so I would hope they can manage those things themselves. This is still a fairly sizable field. Well, let's get this one over here there quickly. Let's do a jump cut. We'll get it to the other one. Yeah, I would like to try to get these replanted in here. I think replanting would go a lot quicker than the harvesting of it. Might be wrong, but I think it would. Alright, there we go. A little bit closer that way. I mean, I did most of this harvest last time. I was pretty full, so I ended up kind of just doing a cut across in there, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I'm just going to do a short little time lapse. We'll get this cornfield done here nice and quick. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done. Alright, so we're just about done here with the corn harvest. I'll get this unloaded, and then I'll get a trailer over there at the other cornfields, and I'll probably have this kind of work, well, with a worker on one of the smaller sections where probably it'll go the whole way without having to be emptied. While I grab, well, probably rent a tractor and a planter. I'm going to have to take a larger loan out, aren't I? Because not only that, but you also got to figure in, this is rented. So that's going to be our costs in there. We have 2 big cotton harvesters that are likely going to be here at least the next month, maybe the month after. We'll see. Hopefully not too long. So we're going to have to take a bigger loan out. It is kind of a risk. You know, obviously taking a fairly large loan out to do this, but I feel like it's probably the best, well, it's probably the most financially best way to do it. At least from what I can tell. You know, if we make clothing and everything from the cotton, which obviously I'm trying to get, you know, going as early as I can, that way we can hopefully have everything done in a fairly quick manner. That way we're not sitting here last month thinking, oh, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have did that type of thing. Oh, wrong button. I'm just gonna have it do this one actually. It's probably the largest one if I'm not gonna lie. Let's do AI worker. Lend first. Yeah, they're starting to work, obviously, through the actual portion. They still have a little ways, a little bit more time they can go. That one already had a bale. Did this one have a bale? Yes. I'm hoping it automatically drops when when the one is done, or is it, maybe it's a bug too? I don't know. Well, no, 20,000 liters, so it's already $83,000 in cotton by itself. Not too bad. Alright, well, let's probably take out a larger loan, like I said. It appears that we're heading that way. So I'm going to take an extra 100,000. Obviously, we got to buy seeds and everything still on top of this, and fertilizer. I just took a little bit more than I meant to. We'll try that. Obviously, if I need to take more, I need to take more. It just seems like it's the best way. Because obviously we need large equipment to get things done quick. So using some of the stuff that we started with might not be the best bet because of that. Where are the planters? Every time I'm looking for something, I can't find it. All right. I'm planning to do soybeans, so I really don't need anything special. Although this is multi-fruit's the cheapest. So why wouldn't I do that? It's the cheapest and it's direct drill. That's almost 9 grand there. And we'll need, like I said, at least 300 horse. These wouldn't be a terrible option, actually. These would do it. Turning radius would be a little bit rough, though. I know that. Like, this wouldn't be terrible. What about medium? Can we get a medium that's, like, heavily upgraded? So we probably have to go towards the bottom here. 301. I'm trying to think here. This would be basically 260. $260,000. If I look at this is, yeah, it seems like this might be a good bet. Horsepower wise, it seems to be, it's fairly heavy. Yeah, it might be the best bet. Obviously, it's rental, so it's not like it's tons and tons of money, but I will want the GPS module on it because I might be doing some of it. Well, I'll have a worker do it. So I will not need it. I am going to take that off, though, once I'm done recording this month. Because, yeah, I don't want that all the time. I think we want the US attachment. We'll lease that as well. I have it on for future, like, series and stuff like that. I don't have it on for anything, like, current. At some point we'll need to buy it, so I'll just buy a bunch. And liquid fertilizer? Suppose we'll have to do spraying these fields too. That's not going to be cheap either. A lot of costs coming up. Nothing obviously can be done for free. I mean, that's kind of common knowledge. Nothing is free. Man, I got so many things to go through. So I'm going to get this out to this field or that area. That way I can unload it easily. Yeah, nothing obviously comes free, so it's kind of expected to cost a lot of money. But it's obviously a little bit nerve-wracking in the sense of, like, we're not making a positive right now. You know, I'm trying to make as much money as possible. Like I said, that's the whole point of 1 year challenge, just make as much money as you can in 1 year. Right now, we're net negative. We're $1 million in the hole. Well, it's actually like $900,000 in the hole, but still, we're in the hole. We're not making a positive right now. It's a little bit nerve-wracking in the sense of, like, if this ended right now, I'd be screwed. Obviously, we still got, you know, what, 10 months left to make a lot of money, and like I said, the cotton I'm planning on trying to put through like a fabric facility and then go through clothing. Which more than likely I'll lease those productions, and I'll probably want to get them going fairly quick. That way it has plenty of time to kind of work their way through. Oh, I'm not. There we go. Yeah, right now we've made a lot of money from corn tortillas, $176,000. Obviously, there's still plenty of flour to be made, so... And then obviously we still have corn in here? I suppose... Oh, yeah, we still have 100,000 liters of corn. Ooh. That's updated? Yeah, it's 105,000 liters. It's going to be tough. I don't... that's going to be a lot to go through. Now, obviously, it still has another production phase. Which, I mean, right now we're taking away production cycles. We're taking away production cycles by having both on. But, you know, once the flour's done, we'll make plenty there. I also gotta figure, the corn tortillas are best, like, December, January, and we're only a couple months away from that. We're only a couple months away from hopefully selling a whole bunch of that. And there's still gonna be probably more to go through. Dang it. That's unfortunate. I just thought of that. And we won't be able to catch the high point again. We'll make enough back for the production itself, but obviously our profit margins are going to be going down once we kind of hit that point, though. That is unfortunate. I just thought of that. Dang it. Well, I mean, I can't do much about it now, and even then, obviously corn I think is best in the winter as well. We'll probably still make more money from it, even in like the summer periods, I guess. Alright, I'm just gonna have a worker start on this. Oh, they got multiple bales then. How many bales do they got over there? There's total 30,000 liters of bales so far, $125,000. I mean, there's still a lot to go through. There's the chance of not quite making money directly just from the cotton bales, but still, I'll have to look at when is these things the best price. Okay, that is normally January. It is good in July too. So selling corn just as is, it does kind of, yeah, makes sense in a sense. And this is gonna be far lower in here, although we could probably sell it in April. A couple of months, and we can probably sell some in February. Like, we'll try to get as much out as we can. This is a fairly similar scenario there. Fabric is best May. What about clothing, which is actually up here, is also May. So we would have plenty of time for it to work its way through the production. Okay, that was kind of one of my concerns, so this is actually going to go through these fields very, very quick. That is still working away. Alright, it's kind of tough. Which one do I do? Because this is obviously going to have to be unloaded numerous times, but this will have to be switched, which doesn't take nearly as long. Yeah, I'll get this over there as well. Get multiple trailers over there. And we'll basically go until the trailers are full, probably again, and I'll have to switch in between there throughout to kind of switch the planter to different fields. I'm hoping to get all of them planted today. All of those bunch over there, and then the rest of them will have to be done afterwards. Yeah. Alright, let's get that lowered. And I'll want to turn on steering assist just so I have the ability to use it. More likely by the time I'm basically done with not even this field, it should be requiring to be moved over there. Yeah, that's the goal, is to get those over there done, and then I can move it over here next month. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do all these harvests in 1 month anyways. So if it takes an extra a month to get these fields planted, it's not a big deal, because we're probably not going to be able to do all of this harvest together. Obviously, there's a potential of trying to get another harvester in the future. especially if I do any other fields to buy. Alright, let's do that. Because really, Field 8 is a tempting one. It's 700,000 though. Dang it, that is expensive. No matter what, I'm going to have to replant these fields eventually. Would it be worth then spending the money, like if I sold this one and I reharvest this one, which might be a little bit pain to get to, would it be worth then going to buy this one that already has a crop max yield? It's a couple months out. That would probably be quicker. Alright, well, I think we'll probably go ahead and start up another time lapse. We'll start working on these cornfields, which will obviously take a little while, but, you know, I'll try to, you know, I'll basically do it for the next, like, 25 minutes of real time, something like that. Fairly long period of time, and whatever we get done, we get done. And I'll have to obviously switch the planter to different fields as we go. Like I said, I'm hoping to get as many as I can with that over there done. So obviously, potentially, maybe it would have been better for having me to do it, but the thing is, I would have had to stop and then unload the harvester a ton, and sometimes it's going the wrong directions. It's a tough decision on which one you do and which one you have a worker do. You know, no matter what, I would be quicker doing both. But I think that one involves less checking in on it. Yeah, I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
It's a useless waste of time. I don't care what's on your mind. The truth was never for us to find. We could lock horns all day, but really who cares what we say? We will be lost before we fade. I can almost hear it cry, this feeling you somehow deny. Just how do you fail to heal the roaring, grinding of your gears? As you dictate the laws, your future self honors the flaws. And some of us who are awake watch as you are fixing your mistakes. By along the stone, the subtle movements of the land. Within the limits of these chains, there's only so much to explain. One day you will find this wall, the one that's infinitely tall. And as we move the hour around, are we just dancing in the sand? It's a useless waste of time. I don't care what's on your mind. The truth was never for us to find. We could lock horns all day, but really who cares what we say? We will be lost before we fade.
Alright, so we're just about done with the final corn field here. So I'll have all of our corn harvest done at least. We obviously are not making great way on planting, at least not as much as I was hoping. So what'll likely have to happen there is I'll have to get what I can sprayed. next month, and then I will be doing a lot of planting. I'll likely try to get a some sort of sell point or buy point on the farm for seeds and liquid fertilizer and everything, just so we kind of have it, because there's going to be a lot. I will also have to kind of consider if we're going to be doing corn again or not, because if we aren't, then there's no reason to keep the corn header. But that is something else I'm going to have to consider. I don't really foresee there being much of a need after this, though, so maybe it is for the best if we sold it. I don't know, I could kind of go either way. Get this unloaded in here. But we do have, this is done, so that's nice. Looks like we got 3 or 4 total bales. Although I'm a little bit concerned. Unload baler. Can I do a partial bale of 100 100 liters? I don't think I can. I don't see it. So I'll have to leave the 100 liters in here. Well, there's actually 4 bales, it says, so there must be another one somewhere. I see 2, 3, oh, 4 right over there. It's actually a lot. That'd be 40,000 liters right there. So this is done. We can return this then. That'll be a little bit less money in the future. But this still has a good amount to go. And it also has 5 bales? How many bales of cotton do we have? We have 90,000 liters. It's $375,000. We should be able to make a lot of money from clothing off of that. Up to almost 200,000 for corn tortillas. Good to see. And it looks like this is on its final stretch. I don't know what it's doing. Like I said, I know I would be far quicker in doing those. But a lot of that, I don't know. Every time I tab away from the combine, it turns off. But a lot of that is just because I'm not going to take that driving all the way down, then drive back type of thing. I'm going to take as efficient as a route as I can. Obviously, a worker may not. How do I get this thing out of here? I got myself into this area, and I'm not sure how I'm going to get out. We have 119,000 liters in here, almost 120,000 liters in here. But yeah, I probably didn't say earlier. I normally record for an hour. That's why I was going to say, we'll see what we can get this month. Is I try to record for right around an hour. So I have a time limit in here. Otherwise, I could go for 3 hours, 4 hours, and obviously we would, succeed hugely. So it's kind of limits us by also having a time limit on how far I can go. Obviously, I'll go, 10 minutes over or something like that if it's finishing a harvest or finishing planting, but I'm not going to go 25 minutes over, half hour over just to finish planting or something. You have to kind of figure that out as we go. And we'll obviously have a bunch of fields to do spraying next month or actually hoeing wouldn't be a bad one. That would actually be fairly cost effective too. And I'll have to do a bunch of planting. Probably most best if I do it, be far quicker and we can get as much done as we can. So yeah, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.